Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
This is how we're going to talk the whole time.
Are you ready?
I am scared.
Are you ready for your Would You Rather?
Would you rather?
Like I'm getting excited for a movie right now.
Would you rather live in a world where it rains different substances every day, or a world where gravity randomly shifts directions at any given time?
Directions.
Up, down.
That could be kind of bad.
Bro, what kind of substances we talking
I know,
about?
that kind of scared me.
No. Raining cats and dogs.
Raining cats and dogs, acid.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, for real.
Everyone stay inside.
Yeah. You wouldn't be safe inside either. Depending on how like hard it rained.
I guess. Need good gutters.
Good cutters.
But
What if
It's gonna go through your roof.
So the gravity
large
thing.
rocks?
Like hail?
Oh, gosh.
Oh, imagine. You imagine being a roofer when that stuff...
I think I'm on to something.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Unless you need it to be. But not sponsored. I don't know. Because, like, the substances is what gets me. Like, it can be, like... I mean, a boulder, my house is gone. You know?
I feel like you could limit it to like liquids, right?
Just as any substance.
Now, if it started raining mustard, I would cry. I hate mustard.
Mustard.
I hate
I
mustard.
feel like it'd be one of the easiest things.
No, I hate mustard so much.
Mustard.
I like mustard.
I like mustard too. It's way better than ketchup.
Because if we
Ketchup's
stick to
trash.
just liquids,
Oh, ketchup is garbage.
Thank you.
Garbage.
It is used to cover up rancid meat.
Yeah, it's like steak sauce.
and it's great.
Useless.
Oh, steak sauce? Yeah, it's useless.
No,
A
don't put
steak sauce is
on.
dumb to me. The steak,
Yeah.
I
but
get
you
that.
like ketchup?
Yes,
Why?
spicy ketchup is pretty good. Too.
I'm surprised you like spicy ketchup.
I do.
Steak
be
sauce
honest.
is just fancy ketchup.
Sometimes if you let it go a little out of date, it gets really spicy.
Or you just use hot sauce.
But
Hot sauce is ketchup, just better.
but ketchup is good.
No, ketchup's
Hot
gross.
sauce is
Wait,
hot.
do you eat tomatoes?
No.
There's no sugar in tomatoes.
That's true.
There's no sugar in tomatoes.
Or vinegar.
Remember you made me
He likes the sugar in
Remember
ketchup.
you made me eat a tomato right in front of you, and I almost threw up. And
It was one of the cherry
and it
tomatoes.
wasn't like, hey, Briar, eat this in front of everybody. This was just a genuine, like, friend to friend. He was like, come on, just try it. It's a little baby tomato.
It's
We're
a
just sitting in
cherry
the-
tomato.
We were just sitting in the
They're
office.
sweet. They're
One
pretty
bite size.
good.
Hum. It was bad.
It's so funny.
Okay, so
Felt like it was in my teeth
What if
forever.
it rained tomatoes?
I'd need
Take the
gravity
gravity.
shift, yeah.
Yeah, gravity shift.
That'd be interesting if you're like working
Especially if you like,
Whoa, bro. Pump, pump. Woo!
yeah. Because I'm trying to think, like, if you lived your life, as in, like, your entire life, you've lived, like, oh, it might rain a random substance, or it's going to randomly change gravity. I feel like gravity, they'd come up with some invention.
Really?
Maybe.
Can you imagine, like, NBA? You're in the middle of a game.
Oh, dude.
Somebody's going up to dunk, and gravity shifts. And then just
Yeah.
out the arena.
MJ's dunk
Yeah.
is no longer at the free throw line. It's at half court.
It's in another
So-
state.
Yeah, he's just hoping
gravity
on a chance.
shifts or like it becomes stronger or weaker.
Yeah, it shifts. It could go either direction. Stronger.
I'd say it would have to
Or
do with
weaker.
the magnetic pull of the earth.
solar flares.
Brian,
Not a
if we had a
sponsor.
solar flare, like, how much trouble would you be in? Actually, we had a question this morning. I said, would you rather have your electricity, gas, or water? You can only have one of them. What
Water.
would you want? You
Water.
want water?
Water.
I mean, I said electricity, but
Water.
That's because he wants to play video games.
Yeah. Bro, you can live without electricity.
I feel
can,
like
but I feel like I can boil water,
No, you don't have water.
you'd have to go
You
find,
can go find it.
But you know how, like, that's a lot of work. I think
In
I'd
a
pick
hot
gas.
summer, guess what? I have electricity to where I can run AC.
But a cold winter
Make a fire.
in your house?
Why not? They have fireplaces.
Why not? Why not?
Just get one of those.
You don't
little
have a
soft-
fireplace. You
Cut a hole.
Cut a
In the roof?
Yeah.
Then what are you going to do?
Hire me to fix the roof.
put a big old
It's how I
tube
keep
in
myself
there.
in business, you know. But
Subtle plugs
like,
here.
yeah,
Hold on.
It's not
How's
subtle.
that keeping you in business?
You never know.
And no, I do know because it's going to cost you money.
I might have a different alias that rents my house. You never know. I may own my house, but then
You know what an alias is, right?
it's
you with a
Yeah.
different person.
yeah.
You're not a person, you're a company.
Like Briar Eaton owns the house, but
Briar
Dawn Eaton rents
LLC.
the house. Yeah. Yeah.
It's still going to cost you money. It's going to cost you even more money because your
Loopholes.
business
But then
is
guess
paying
what?
for it.
Dawn Eaton is going to be in debt while Briar Eaton is rich. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's the worst liquid that could, you know?
Well, it doesn't have to be liquid. It's any substance. Any substance.
A lot of things I wouldn't
There's a
want
lot
to
of
rain
things.
from the sky.
Yeah, the gravity is just a big deal though because like
What if it
in
came
my mind
super heavy?
So
Yeah.
gravity doesn't
like what if you're
necessarily mean
swimming and all of a sudden you become heavier? Whonk. I'm already not that good at swimming as it is.
And
I was
you
a
were
lifeguard for
hold on,
4 years.
You were a
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
lifeguard.
I was a lifeguard for 4
He sat on a
years.
chair and said, "Hey, can you go save him?"
Yeah, no,
Whoa.
hey, 95% of the saving is done outside of the water. I learned that in class.
No. Yeah, because you take them out of the water to save them.
No.
You
Because you prevent them from getting in a situation where they could drown in the first place. So I'll be straight up. Like there'd be a kid walking around, even if he walked funny. I was like, if you walk funny, you can't swim good. I ain't letting you jump off the diving board like that, buddy. You don't look like you could swim. He'd be like, "Who? What?" And I'm like,
Byron, you
I'm not
can't
jumping
swim. How can you tell other people they can't
the
swim?
one save that I actually had to jump in for, luckily, they told the girl to go out there and drown. So she wasn't actually drowning.
Well, like, because she wanted you off the...
Yeah, she wanted, like,
The
they wanted to
platform.
see me say, and I got her. Like, it's not like I didn't.
But that's much different from like someone
I mean,
who can
let me rephrase
assist
that.
Is
you.
this like a reverse Wendy Peppercorn kind of thing?
Yes.
Oh,
I answered that too quickly.
yeah. I think Bailey gonna be a little upset about that.
I answered that way too fast. But yeah, like imagine if you're swimming. Like, I mean, I understand I was a lifeguard and all this stuff, and I wasn't that great at swimming. Really, the main thing is I'm not good at holding my breath. I can swim. I'm just not good at holding my breath. So if you were at the bottom, I'd struggle, but I'd get you. I might go down too. But if I'm swimming, and all of a sudden gravity shifts, and whonk, I'm already done for in regular gravity.
Yeah.
You give me that.
I'm going to take the... I'm going to go with the...
You can all. They'll come up with some
The
sort of
rain.
umbrella.
I'll go with the rain.
Yeah, they'll come up with some sort of
rain.
umbrella, some
Bunker.
back to the parachute thing, some sort of apparatus,
And,
if you
and
will.
I'm guessing it doesn't necessarily like hinder weather patterns that you'll be able to see it coming.
Yeah, it'll probably be
Like,
like,
you'll be able to
oh, we have
predict it.
80%
You can't
chance of a
predict
rock
gravity.
slide on
You
Tuesday.
know that tornadoes are coming. They still mess stuff up.
They
Well, they do,
but you prepare.
But you prepare. You get underground. So
You have a place underground?
my
Do you have a
neighbor's
place
house.
Do you have a place underground?
At my parents' house,
You have to drive to get to your parents' house.
as long as I know,
I walk across
it's the same thing.
You're here at the church. Mm-hmm. Do we have a place underground?
No, we don't. But I'd probably.
And how do you know
Rick's
what?
desk
How do you
is
know
pretty
what's?
stout.
How do you? How do you know what's coming down? Like, do you know
The weather forecast.
We usually
The weather
know-
forecast? Yeah, but you don't know if it's like
in my mind, it'd be-
raining cats or dogs
well,
or
that's what-
elephants.
No, they would let you know. I think
How?
because if we've had it this long, they're gonna know.
Yeah, it's coming from Southwest
And how does it
Oklahoma.
form?
In
And it's
South
cat-
Dakota, it
Can't
was
be-
raining
can't be
buffaloes.
objects. It's got to be like a liquid.
Like
Either
it-
way, I think we'll figure out how to
Like if it was Red Bull,
fix it. You know,
grab
you
a
can't
cup.
fix nothing if you can't
fix
fix
it, but
an
adapt.
elephant falling from
we
the sky.
can adapt.
The
Gravity,
amount of
I don't think
damage
we
that
can
would
adapt.
happen. No, I'm taking gravity.
No, because
I'm taking gravity.
imagine they're
No.
putting the last piece of glass on the Devon Tower. The wind is blowing like crazy. It's already kind of going, and then all of a sudden gravity just gets a little bit heavier when it's swaying at the right motion. Devon Tower gone all the way. Look how many people get hurt. Gravity would hurt people more than substances falling from the sky.
I mean, his logic is flawed, but I'm gonna go with the raining
know what he's
down.
talking
My
about
logic
anymore.
is good. They just don't know yet.
It's water tower logic that we
Water
got going
tower
here.
logic.
Look, like as long as you're not flying off the earth, right? If it's like it goes from, Mercury to Mars kind of gravity, right? Like
Maybe.
then you're either heavier or you're lighter. Like that makes sense.
Yeah, maybe.
I just
Or
I
you
don't
can
know.
jump and yeah. You
I
float
think
a
I'm
little
gonna do
bit.
raining
I'm going with
substances. If it's a forecast of 40% chance of
Yeah,
buffalo,
I don't know.
I'm staying safe.
You're gonna go over to your parents' house all the time.
Yeah, probably until I can upgrade. That's what you do anyways.
I don't think insurance is gonna cover
They'll
elephant
have
in
to.
Buffalo.
They'll have to if it's part
No,
of
they
our
don't
world.
have to.
What
They
are
don't
they
have to.
Are they going to cover gravity?
What's gravity gonna do?
Your house fall down
How's your house gonna fall down?
because somebody didn't rip off the layer of shingles and they
Yep.
just shingled on top of it.
Yep.
Back to roofing.
And who's going to have to come out there
that
and fix
roof's
it?
really heavy.
I think that's the third time we brought up roofing in this one thing. Oh man!
All right.
But
We agree to disagree.
Yeah, I guess so.
Gravity and
We're gonna
rain.
have to. I'm going gravity.
No small fives this time.
no small fives. Mink. Nothing. Take it away. Well, what are we talking about tonight, Elijah?
I don't know, but they're definitely getting warmed up for something.
They are.
Yeah, we got our worship band getting ready to lead us in worship tonight. So,
Yeah, I'm excited. They sound
very happy with what Leah has done with our praise team. Got a lot of new faces and stuff. So, it's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, not finishing. Sorry, we are continuing our Christmas series. We talked about distraction last week.
Yeah.
This week we're talking about selfishness and how we can miss Christmas because of our selfishness.
And that's our world.
Yeah.
Selfish.
So I've been using clips from. I haven't been showing the clips. I'm kind of like acting out or whatever. But the Grinch, using the Grinch as an example or
yes.
whatever.
Yes, I remember seeing the videos this morning.
Yeah, and so I use this clip where they're doing the pass it along gift thing, and he goes by and he scratches the convertible or whatever, and he basically is like talking about how all you guys care about is gifts, and the avarice, it never ends. And I was like, what is he saying? I don't know what that word means.
Yeah.
And so I looked it up, and it talked about this extreme greed. And so he's just talking about how they want all these things. They want like they gotta have it, and then 2 weeks later it ends up
It's just dumb. Like it's gone.
yeah, it ends up in the garbage. And so talking about how our selfishness can make us miss the reason for Christmas, just kind of what we talked about last week.
Yeah.
But also can make us miss out on the joy and the love and the fellowship that we can experience during Christmas time.
Yeah, and one thing that I'm bringing up is I made the joke to you in the office that 2 weeks in a row I'm using good old statistics off websites and everything. But I thought it was so interesting that 57% of people in the United States spend more money on themselves during Christmas than they do for other people. And for me, that actually like really shocked me because like I'll be honest, like I don't fall into the 57% of, I spend more money on other people or on myself than other people. But do I buy myself some stuff for Christmas? Yes, I'm not gonna lie.
You buy
I'm
yourself?
not like my own. I'm not okay. Let me phrase that. I'm just buying stuff. It's
Yeah.
not like let me buy this, wrap it, and Christmas. Like it's not
I
like
don't
that.
wanna go through that process.
Yeah, but if there's a good deal, I'm like, why would I not buy this? I didn't tell anybody I wanted this, so like I'm just gonna buy this for
So
myself.
did you know that 77% of people will spend more than $120 on themselves?
during Christmas time?
Yeah.
that doesn't shock me.
And so, but and honestly, like I wouldn't mind buying, or spending a little bit more on the gifts that we're gonna get each other or whatever.
Yeah.
But we put a limit at $20, right?
Yeah.
And so just thinking in comparison, like,
think of it like how many like families do that even? Because I know like for me and Bailey, I think. Sorry if I butcher this number, if anybody watches this, but I think now total we have like just on her side of the family, I think it's like 8 nieces and nephews or something like that. And
pick from a hat,
maybe 8 or 9.
You get one person to buy 4.
Yeah. Well, no. Every year, what we did was everybody wanted to buy stuff for the kids. But we also drew names for all the siblings for Dirty Santa, and Bailey's just her siblings. She has 5 of them, and then they all have significant others. So then you have to buy for them as well. And so it got to the point to where we put a $50 limit on every person you drew for Dirty Santa. But then, so you're spending $50 on. I'm just throwing out a name, like I'm spending $50 on Bailey's brother Blair or something like that, right?
But then
if I want to
$50.
get Liv, his daughter, something, then that adds because that's not part of it. That's just me wanting to do it. And this year we finally decided that we're no longer doing gifts for each other. We're just doing gifts for the kids, and we're not drawing families or anything. It's just we put a cap on. I think we said like, I think $50 a family is what we said if we wanted to do gifts for every family or something. No, we might have done 20. I don't know, because really, I mean, I hate saying it.
It's expensive, man.
Yeah, it does. Like, we're just doing like, we went to Five and Below, and because I mean, my nephew Cross, like, he's only 2, like he's gonna love anything I put in front of him, honestly. So I went and got some superhero stuff because he likes Spider-Man and stuff. I've got, obviously I slid that in there. I was like, come on now. Just
I got a bunch of pet rocks at home.
Pet rocks. Those are nice. Yeah.
Pick one out.
It's crazy because really it is crazy how much money you spend on Christmas.
Yeah.
Like, not that that's a bad thing because you're giving to people.
Well, and
but
I think there's a difference between, the giving and then the wanting, right?
Yeah. And really that's one thing I bring up in my message is like why do we give during Christmas? Well, it's very simple. Like John 3:16, we give because God gave. But oftentimes when we give for ourselves. Like, oh, I want this person to see that I got this for them, or it makes me feel good. Because there are some people that I've even talked to recently, like here at our church, that they're like, oh, I just love giving gifts. And I don't know the core like meaning of why do you like giving gifts? Because I'll be honest, I feel good when I give gifts, but am I doing that for me or am I doing that for God's name? You know? And so really just trying to make sure that even when it comes to being giving, are we being selfish in that aspect? Because like I always say, like it isn't given unless you need it, kind of thing, which is a tough thing to really compromise with yourself. Is like, man, I really need this, but I'm willing to give that away in God's name, kind of thing. Versus, oh, I have this money now, let me give this away, so that way I have something to give.
Yeah.
It gets tough because you do have to gauge, like, is it selfish or is it a good thing, kind of thing. Obviously, at the end of the day, I would side with giving is good. Obviously.
Oh yeah. And the first point I have is check your heart. That's ultimately what we have to do. And I teetered on, is that going to be my only point for this lesson? But really, that's the bottom line, is we got to check our heart. Like, what is the motivation behind, one, your giving, but also like, are you selfish in what's happening? Because you look at Herod is like kind of the main person we're talking about tonight, and how he was selfish in wanting to keep his throne. Right?
He had to be king. He was willing to do some pretty bad stuff.
Oh yeah,
to make sure that he was
slaughtered children.
Yes,
just to ensure he could keep his kingdom. And a few years later, he ends up dying from a horrible death.
Karma.
Really bad death. But so he didn't even get to hold on to it.
Yeah.
And so we've got to check our heart and make sure that there's nothing inside of us, and then have God reveal those things to us as well. Reveal the selfish greed that we have, the avarice that we have inside of us.
Well,
right?
and really, kind of going off that, one thing I touch on, I don't talk a lot about this, so this is kind of mainly just my thoughts that I'm saying, but a lot of, like, I'm bringing up how, like, Herod he wants the throne. And although we may not think of it as like, oh, I want the throne, in all reality, that is our selfish nature. Is we do. Like, we want to be in control of everything. We do want everything we can have. Yeah, we want to be our own God. And I even, like, bring up just jokingly that we all know the stereotypical, like, state champion after high school that didn't go and do anything. And they're living still in that time frame where it's like, I'm a champion, like I'm on the throne and everything. And it cracks me up because, like, I won state in some stuff in high school. I mean, like, as a team, not just like me by myself, but I try to make sure I'm not like, I'm a champion, like all this, like, I don't want to be that guy. But even though that is something I'm proud of, that's like, I don't need a throne. Like, I don't deserve a throne, let alone. And I think our world kind of shifts us into this kind of in like this little ball of our own life of saying, like, okay, I'm in control of this. I should be able to do this. I should be able to do that. And I should be able to get whatever I want, do whatever I want. And the world just slowly puts you on a more selfish path. And especially in the eyes of looking at, like, the Christmas story and everything and reading about King Herod. Herod, I'm not even calling you king. But looking at Herod, like, he wanted the throne so bad, like we said, like, he slaughtered children. But ultimately, what did that lead to? Death. And so when it comes to us being selfish, I mean, ultimately, I would just say, the more we focus on ourselves instead of God, what's that going to ultimately lead to? Death. Yeah,
that's the C.S. Lewis quote in Mere Christianity, where he talks about, if we seek ourselves, that in the long run, there's death and hatred and these lists of things. But when you seek Jesus, there is Him, right? And then everything comes through Him. And so,
man, I ought to write the book if I got it that close. I didn't know.
but like that's we when we seek for ourselves, like that's when we start getting in trouble. And the Bible even talks about not thinking so highly of ourselves, but consider others greater than us, right? And if everyone did that, everyone would get taken care of. But we're so used to getting what's ours, right? And when we don't get our way, we get frustrated. And
I mean, the world points us to be selfish. And I mean, that's why I'm happy we're talking about this, especially during Christmas time. Is I'd like our kids to see, like, hey, especially during this time of, I mean, all times we should be, selfless, not selfish. But but right now, specifically, we need to give solely because Jesus gave, and we don't need to do that for our own ambition, but we need to do that to glorify God. And so it's important. But
cool. Well, we're excited for this Wednesday.
Yes.
And next Wednesday, we will be going over Missing Christmas with through disappointment.
Ooh.
So make sure you guys don't miss out on showing up then. And then we'll have one more Wednesday, and that will be our Christmas party.
Yes.
And then we
Some
are
good food.
Good food. I think we'll be done for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think it's 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then they go back to school. So then we're back.
Yep. So,
all right.
Looking forward to seeing you guys. Make sure you're signing up for Impact Weekend, and we'll see you guys next week.
See ya.